Please be advised that the views and opinions of the host and guests do not reflect those of the station, the management, and its network.
Yes, you're still watching Millennial TV. And yung question ko kanina yung ihabol ko.
Dapat tayo nabot ng 15
Yes.
minutes.
Oh, ayun, so, paano mo masasabi na na-enjoy mo yung buhay? Yung masasabi natin na we live our life to the fullest. Kasi di ba meron tayong mga limitations, meron tayong mga hindi kayang gawin, may mga gusto tayong gawin na bawal tapos masama. So, paano mo masasabi na na-enjoy mo yung buhay?
That is a very subjective question. Kasi for some people, feeling nila, I get to enjoy life if I can buy things I want, or if I can travel, or if I can, accomplish certain level of, education or whatever in
Or
life.
na pag-travel.
Yeah. Pero kasi for a lot of people, what naman yung mga tao nakatira sa rural areas,
Saya nila,
they are
diba?
content. A lot of people who are just, who are old, who are young, I mean, it doesn't matter where you are in life. I mean, when it comes to knowing that you are living your best, is that when you wake up each day thankful, and you start the day with a purpose, and you end it with an accomplishment, whatever that is, or how, no matter how little that is. Feeling ko that's it. Na parang you can say na parang okay, I'm living my life to the fullest.
Yeah.
It
For
doesn't
you,
have to be
Chris,
super extravagant.
dahil ikaw yung nagtanong nun, ano bang thinking mo about it?
Simple lang, yung kontento ka sa, like sa ngayon. Kung ano yung status mo, kung ano yung ginagawa mo ngayon na minsan kasi may iniisip tayo, gusto natin na gawin yung ganito pero hindi naman kaya.
Yeah.
So, diba? So, accept na lang na yung ngayon, kung ano yung nangyayari ngayon. Kayo?
Same lang. Parang same lang eh. Being
Kala ko
content.
iiyak
Being
eh.
content.
Oo.
Nag-ready na para umiyak. Pero how about sa animals naman? Do you believe that they live their life to the fullest? Or, alam mo yan, yung kapag namatay sila, may hindi pala sila nagawa. Punta tayo sa animals.
Sige.
Pupunta pala
go.
tayo sa animals.
Gusto ba nating simulan
most
ito?
especially sa dogs. Sa
Hirap
dogs.
naman basahin
Simulan
naman.
ito. Kasi ako naniniwala ako, like, as a living species, whether tao ka or cell ka, dog ka, kunwari, di ba? Meron kang built-in purpose or meron kang built-in function and built-in role, no? That's dictated by some higher power, di ba? Let's not call it God, di ba? But, some grand design put you there and made you the way you are to be able to fulfill a purpose. And ako, pakiramdam ko, yun nga, if you're a dog, and of course, they don't have the same mental capacity naman as us, but you can see it naman, di ba, na how happy they are and how fulfilled they feel. Kasi parang, syempre, yung, kumbaga, you can feel it naman with the dog, na parang ang purpose ng life niya is to give my human happiness or to give my human protection. In that sense, if ganun natin titignan yung function ng animals, then yes, they live their life to the fullest. Pero tayo nga, as human beings with more complicated human mental functions, no? That's where this topic becomes challenging. Kasi all of a sudden, we have 5 different definitions bigla on how to live your life to the fullest or how do you know you're happy. Dogs don't consider the questions or the existential crisis or the afterlives that we humans consider. Sa atin lang naman nagsimula yun eh. So, this is why this topic is both so good and at the same time so tricky to talk about kasi all of a sudden, the same statement takes on a very different meaning depending on like who's talking.
Yeah.
Aside from the phrase naman na carpe diem, there's a saying na if you want change, you have to invite chaos. What's your take sa saying na yan? And do you guys agree? Ako muna, una ako.
Sige, go.
Kasi ako naman, for me, living in your comfort zone
Correct.
makes your life in order. Pero, like for example lang sa marriage, you wouldn't know that you have to live an unfulfilling marriage without chaos.
Yeah.
Na parang once na pumasok na si chaos, doon mo lang marirealize na hindi pa pala maayos buhay ko. Yun,
I
that's
think
for me.
when it comes to that kind of thinking then, It's all about just, living boldly, like parang for example taking risks or something. For example, when it comes to if you want some rewards kasi you have to take the risk of being rejected or of failing, of like you cannot always play it safe in life. Yeah, you only live once, so parang as much as possible you just want to kumbaya and be happy and stay on the safe side. Pero kasi imagine how boring your life would be kung hindi ka man lang maka-experience sa mga ganong hardships kasi that's where you learn
Experience ng hardships.
yung mga hardships, yung mga parang struggles and all. Of course, we're not romanticizing poverty or any struggles like that, pero I'm just saying na parang if you really want to achieve something, it's just normal to go through some difficult times in your life, and it's okay. That makes being alive, I think, interesting or exciting in a way. Na hindi siya parang alam mo na, like when you wake up, imagine kung alam mo kung kailan ka matitegi or kung kailan ka mamamatay, di ba?
How about you, Zara?
Ako kasi parang,
Nagsa-step out ka rin ba sa comfort zone mo? Ganun.
no, for the phrase kasi, I think, naman talaga, may chaos naman talaga and wala namang,
Yeah, everyday
diba?
may chaos
Like,
naman
everyday
talaga.
may chaos talaga. And I think it's a matter lang na you have to take it.
Yeah.
Not, yung wag mo siyang, instead of walking away from your problems or
Yes.
just, not acknowledging your pain or suffering. Because in the end, magba-backfire yan, di ba?
Yeah.
So, you have to get through it
Yeah.
to get to your goal.
Yeah. And you have to move on.
Yeah.
You don't stay on the ground for too long because it's going to be harder, getting up.
Yeah.
So, for example, here there's a question: if you were given a chance to live a second life, for example, you die and then may reincarnation. Let's hypothetical. Ano yung bagay na parang what's something that you would change in your life?
Well, for me, ako, wala. Wala akong naiisip na change ko sa life ko. Na parang contented ako kung ano yung ginagawa ko ngayon sa buhay ko. Yan lang.
Okay. I think it's also wise to stop living yourself or hiding yourself in regret.
Yeah,
Na
yeah.
parang, kung ano yung mga nagawa mo na whether you
Yeah.
did well or you suck at it. I mean, whatever you do in life, whether it's good or bad, you learn from it kasi. So, I think that's it. So.
Ako, I'm interested to hear from Chris, no? Ako, in the 32 episodes na nagsasama-sama tayo, si Chris yung parang pinaka-calculated
Stoic,
and
yeah.
pinaka-careful doon sa mga approaches in his life. And ako, I admire that about Chris kasi yun nga parang if you're someone that really thinks things through, you're less likely to make mistakes. So ako curious ako sa point of view ni Chris on regrets or things that you would have done differently. Given na ganyan ka kaingat sa mga ginagawa mo, meron ka bang mga regrets na, tingin mo or gusto mo sanang baguhin na ganyan ka nakaingat sa diskarte mo sa buhay mo?
Regrets. Parang wala. Kasi meron naman tayong mga second chance eh. Depende na lang sa'yo
Yeah.
kung, like, for example, sa career mo, may hindi ka nakuha.
Yeah.
Hindi pa naman end of life, di ba? Malay mo, tomorrow,
Yeah.
makuha mo siya, di ba? So, para sa akin, walang regret.
I think you just have to really move forward, Life has no
Yeah.
undo button na kung ano
Yes.
may nagawa mo, kailangan mo pwede mo siyang mabawi. But, life permits U-turn. You can turn it around. I mean, probably you feel like you are in the wrong direction already. Probably you're going through something in your life right now na feeling mo you're out of track. But, somewhere there, meron niya na pwede kang bumalik at,
Yes.
Yeah, and
Tsaka
that's
move on na
what's
lang, move on.
interesting nga about life, di ba? Kasi what I said earlier, certain na may death. But one thing that makes life exciting, kasi it is uncertain. What will happen next? What will I do next after the show? Like, ganon. So, I think that's what makes of life, those little moments that you do.
Yes. And no matter how little it is,
Yeah.
as long as you're enjoying it, as long as it fills your heart, as long as parang it
Ba't tumatawa si Waki?
So, yun, ang dami mga subliminal metaphors to
Wala.
mga, no matter how little, as long as you're enjoying it.
Yeah. Kasi di ba parang for a lot of people kasi parang they equate happiness or they equate success depende siya sa parang how big your salary is or how big your
big?
house is, how
So, wala little.
yeah.
Basta happy ka.
Yeah, I mean, as long as
Pakipatukan mo.
it's all about how you make the most out of it. Let's just put it that way. I know where you're going, but we're not gonna go there, Waki.
We know, Waki.
But that's what I'm saying. A lot of people they think na parang in order for you to be happy, it has to be always bonggang bongga. But we have to be realistic. That sometimes I appreciate yung simple life namin before because we were still a complete family that time. So, I mean, those are the little things na parang most people, they just take it for granted. Kasi parang, just go like, parang, I just want to be rich, I just want to be successful, I just want to graduate or do this and that. But sometimes there are sacrifices along the way and may mga opportunity costs. So, what I'm saying is that you just have to really appreciate whatever that you get in life or wherever you are, you're there. Charot.
Don't expect too much. Yun.
Kung saan napunta yung basta wherever you are, you're there.
Yes.
Parang line
Just
ba ng
accept where
commercial?
you are,
Line ba ng
ganon.
commercial yun? That sounds so familiar. Like wherever we are, you're there. Parang telecom na.
Oo, wherever you-
Parang no?
Yeah.
Mga endorsements ni
Yes.
MA eh. Di ba? May mga plug na dapat ay mga brands dyan sa ilalim eh. No?
So soon, it will happen. But tapusin muna natin to, please. Have you experienced na parang you just don't know what to do or parang you feel hopeless na parang I just want to disappear. Di ba? Sometimes,
normal.
Yeah, it's normal for us. Di ba? Like,
Ako lalo na sa akin kasi ambivert ako.
okay.
Na parang there are days na okay sa akin
Nadidrain ka,
makipag-socialize. Yeah, there are days gusto ko lang makapag-isa. ganun.
Yeah.
I think lahat naman may ganun. Siyempre, napapagod rin tayo.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you just have to really make sure how to bounce back.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going through something, it's okay to talk about it, with people that you care about or your friends, and be your own best friend as well, your family members, or may mga kanya-kanya naman kasi tayong coping mechanisms, diba?
Yeah.
I'm interested to know what's your coping mechanism, Chris?
Yeah, lalo na kay Chris dahil bilang yung
Very
personality
stoic
niya.
yung personality niya
Oo.
kasi, like very carefree.
Yeah.
Ako kasi, I like being alone. That's it.
Pero paano kunyari
curious ako
kapag
sa mga sa mga kagaya mong extrovert na mga outgoing. So minsan ba nafe-feel mo na gusto mong mag-isa?
There are. Yeah, kasi minsan it's very
ko,
exhausting.
yeah.
Na parang you just wanna zone out, na parang feeling mo the expectations kasi are bigger kapag parang you have the license to always be energetic, to always be happy, to
Yeah.
always be the life of the party, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's draining then, like there are issues din naman tayo na personal, pero ayun, to your point na yes, I think it's very therapeutic to have alone time,
Pero gusto ko lang, sorry.
meditation.
Okay. Gusto ko lang din itanong si Chris kasi I'm sure meron ka rin naman pala meron ka pa rin pinagdadaanan na problem. So how do you
Deal with them, yeah.
deal with your problems?
And
Nasa kwarto ka lang ba?
oo.
Ang ganon. Okay.
Sarili ko lang.
Paano ka
Binibili ko siya
mag-move
mag-isa,
on?
so hindi ko siya sinishare sa iba.
So you just pray and you talk to other
May
Tapos
plan na siya.
isip, ganun isip.
Yeah.
Actually, ako rin, pag may problems ako,
Na-overcome naman.
parang
Kaya
mas
naman.
gusto kong sinusolve siyang mag-isa.
Yeah.
Ayoko ng ibang opinions. Ganun.
Yeah, yung sinasabi ko nga, be your own best friend.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you give advice to yourself, di ba?
Yeah.
Parang for example, if a friend comes to you and may problem siya, di ba, very gentle ka.
Yeah.
Like parang, you can do it, don't worry about it, things will be better. I think it's important for us to talk to ourselves in a more gentle way. Kasi sometimes we're,
we need to be more kinder to ourselves.
Yeah, sometimes, my critics think they're hard on me. I'm harder on myself.
Yeah.
On days na
Yeah.
parang feeling ko kailangan ko
Yeah.
maging hard. But, sometimes, you just have to be very, very gentle to yourself as well. Don't be too hard. Na parang,
Don't be too hard.
don't be too hard.
Okay.
How about you, Aki? Like, parang how
Oo
do you
nga.
deal with issues or problems?
The reason why I do this show, honestly, is just
Yes.
like this is one of the places that I actually get to talk. My house, like even in my office, I have friends naman. So I open up when people
Yeah.
like come to me, but I am not like this on most days.
Yeah,
I've
same. Actually, it's-
generally shut people off.
Yeah.
And like, diba, I don't have Facebook for crying out loud.
Yeah.
So, I'm really on that mode din na parang, you know, I don't want people
Yeah.
checking up on me. So,
Yeah.
part of the reason why I'm also so thankful for the show despite huling payo na lang din siguro sa mga nanonood sa atin. Ako, swerte ako na nakahanap ako ng outlet na
Yeah.
I can continue to work on my strengths while at the same time I keep myself sheltered from the rest of the world.
Yes.
I have my however few people in my life I can confide in ng, 'di ba?
Yes.
Again, I shut people off for most part. Pero ando naman yung trust circle ko na, 'di ba, I can become vulnerable with and everything. And yun nga, I guess ang takeaway ko na lang, baka malay mo naman
Yeah.
towards the end or later in the future, this might be something na I
Right.
realize leads to something bigger.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna lie, for now, I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
A lot of the philosophies I have been redefined. But even then, I'm just trying to find the things I do na kahit paano stimulate my mind and give me energy to
It's good that you're
push
trying,
it.
and you know,
Yeah,
always
yeah,
remember
yeah.
that you know we are here for you. And when it comes to dealing with
Yeah.
things, you don't have to do it alone, and you are never alone.
Yeah.
You will find your family elsewhere. You will find your home wherein you can feel safe, and this is your safe space.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're always here. Thank you so much for sharing that very
Yeah.
personal take, Waki. And oh my gosh, mga ka-millennials, isang oras na naman ang lumipas
Oh,
at
yeah.
natapos ang isang
45
show
minutes lang,
na
isang oras ba?
isang oras kasi ito pag lumalang sa TV.
sorry.
I mean, sana naman, di ba, may mga napulot kayong aral or inspiration sa aming episode today, especially sa mga fun fact ni Zara, kay like, ako, as the Real Talk Master, ito talaga yung avenue rin na parang you can just say what you want
Yeah.
and be unapologetic about
Yeah.
it. Kasi walang maling opinion dito sa show na to.
True.
Parang
Yeah.
lahat tayo, there are 5 of us sharing
Yeah.
our perspective on
Yeah, and
things. You know?
iba-iba yung personality natin.
Correct.
diba?
Iba-iba
Nakakatuwa.
yung mga belief
Yeah.
system or anything like that. So it's very, very interesting. So I hope you keep on tuning
Yeah.
in here on Millennial TV. At kasama pa rin natin ang charming babe, Miss Cha Zuzara Sibalios. Diba?
Bye, guys! Ay, sorry, wait lang. Okay. So,
Ma-extra sa ka-entre.
Hindi,
Bye
kasi-
guys! Alam mo, gano'n na nga lang tayo. Bye guys na lang tayo.
Bye guys! Thank you Millennials for your support and join us every Sundays 8 p.m. here on Golden Nation Network, GNN GSAT Channel 1. I am Cha Suzara Ceballos together with our Real Talk Master, M.A. Buendia, Mysterious Hawk Chris Abaya, Tribal Chief Joaquin Mendoza, and of course our model next door Zara Padilla Liam. See you guys again in our fun-filled episode next week here on Millennial TV. This is our time.